So in this video, we are going to build an AI agent that posts on your LinkedIn consistently every day, depending on the time that you want, on the topics that you actually post about every day on your LinkedIn without stopping, without human intervention, or without any issue. So in this video, we are going to be using N8N and OpenAI majorly, N8N and OpenAI, and I'm going to be walking you through how to build your first AI agent. So I'm going to run you through how the AI agent works. As you can see on my screen, I'm going to execute the workflow and we are going to see the content on my LinkedIn, and then we are going to dive into building it in general. So let me run it and you see the result on my LinkedIn. I'm going to click on execute workflow and it's going to execute the workflow. As you can see, it's rolling and we're going to see the result in a minute on my LinkedIn. So it has successfully run, and then I'm just going to show you the post on my LinkedIn now. So let me reload and then we're going to see it. So yeah, this is the post made by the AI agent on my LinkedIn. This is the post made by it, and I'm going to show you from here. You can see the content here. Let me put it on a table. So you can see the content here, and then the image description, and then it posted it on my LinkedIn. But before we dive in, if you are new on this channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I drop video on AI, technology, AI agent automation, and technology, building your technology career in general. And also share this video with who you think might need it. So let's dive into building these AI agents. So the first thing you are going to do is to sign up on N8N. So go to n8n.io and sign up on N8N. Put in your details and everything. So it's going to log you in. Please note that N8N only has 14 days trial. So after 14 days, you won't have access to your workflow except to pay for the platform. But if you don't want to pay for the platform and you just want to use this video to learn how AI agents are built, it's fine. So just sign in and sign into your N8N. Once you sign into your N8N, you would see something like this, and then click on create new workflow. So I'm going to create a new workflow here. So I'm going to create a new workflow. So once you click on create a new workflow, you should see something like this, and you can name it LinkedIn agent or my first AI agent. Or if it's not your first, just name it like a LinkedIn agent. All right. So now when it comes to building AI agents, you need to know that there are different things that are very important. To build an agent, it needs a trigger. So what does a trigger mean? It means what will push it to work. Like what is the first thing that needs to happen for the AI agent to start working. So a trigger could be a message sent on WhatsApp, it could be a mail, it could be a phone call or anything like that. But for this case, we want our trigger to be a schedule. More like we want it to consistently post this content every day. It's not just like a one-time thing. So that is why we are going to be using a schedule for our trigger. So once we schedule it, as long as it is that exact time, it will trigger the workflow for it to work. Another thing that is particular to AI agent is using tools. And in this case, we are going to be using OpenAI as a tool. For some cases that the agent needs to have memory of what has been discussed, maybe mostly you are building a conversation agent, then a memory is very, very important when it comes to AI agents. But now we need a trigger. That's the first thing we need to do, a trigger. Then once you click on add first step, which is mostly a trigger. So click on type schedule trigger on N8N, and you're going to see this schedule trigger here. Click on it. Now set the day or time that you want it to keep that you want it to keep triggering, right? So if you want it to be every second or every minute, it depends, or every month, you can see days, weeks, months. If you want it to be every week or something, but hours will be days, and it will be one day between trigger. So what time do you want it to be? Choose the time. So maybe you want to post your LinkedIn content 11 a.m. and then choose the minute. If it's 11:30, you can just write 30 here. Or if it's 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock or anything, just leave it at 0. And then close your trigger, right? So that's the first thing we want to do. We have added a trigger to our workflow because that is the first step to building an AI agent, or to even building an AI automation workflow. So now the next thing is to add our AI agent. So it's to add our AI agent. So when it comes to building your LinkedIn content engine, you will need a topic. So let's say you normally use ChatGPT to generate a LinkedIn content. You would prompt ChatGPT to say, okay, I want to write a LinkedIn content on so. So that means a topic is required, right? An explanation or maybe a rationale of that topic is also required. So that is why we will be adding an AI agent where we will tell it to generate an AI topic based on our niche, based on your niche. So if you're in the healthcare niche, you tell it to generate topics based on your healthcare niche, and also rationale based on your healthcare niche, right? So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to add AI agent node on N8N. Now with AI agent, I mentioned that we need tool for AI agents. A memory is also needed for AI agent. And now also there's a chat model, which also we use as OpenAI. Some people use Claude. You can use any chat model that you have. Now, but we don't need a memory, so you're going to leave it empty. We will be using our OpenAI chat model. And also for this case, we don't need a tool. But if you are building other AI agent that you need a tool, like Google Calendar tool and any other stuff, you would definitely need to add it too. Now, in our AI agent node on N8N, you have something like source for prompt. So where does the prompt come from? Will it come from your previous node? But in this case, our previous node is just a trigger, so nothing is coming from there. So there's another option, which is to define below, and that's what we are going to be doing. We are going to prompt it on what it should do. We are going to prompt it on what it should do. So in this case, I'm going to just copy and paste the prompts I've written before because it's a long one and I don't want this video to be super long. But if you want to learn how to write a very good prompt, my last video is on prompt engineering, which I actually recommend that you watch to be able to write a very good prompt like I'm writing now, so that I can get the desired output. So I'm just going to get the prompt and I'm going to explain the part of the prompt for you so that you understand how the prompt is written. Now, this is the prompt. This is the prompt. The prompt is: you are a content research assistant for a creator who shares insights on AI and the creator, technology, and personal development. The goal is to consistently surface high-value content topics that align with these themes and resonate with a professional audience on LinkedIn. These topics will later be crafted into full posts. What to focus on? Now, we are telling you what to focus on. Generate content topics around these pillars, practical uses of AI for work, and so it's a long prompt. And then I told you that how the output per topic should be. So for each idea, include core topic or title, why it matters, suggested angle or hook, majorly. And we all know that hook is very important when it comes to content creation, right? And then I give it a style guide. Keep the ideas insightful, actionable, and clear. Make it professional. Don't add any vague or jargons or hype or anything like that. And also, I don't like emojis in my post, so I added avoid emojis. Rely on sharp writing and framing for impact. So you need to give it what you don't want at all. Also, for these two options here, you would see require specific output format. If you want it to know, it's more like giving it a format on how it should display the results from this prompt. So we are going to be doing that. Also, it says enable fallback model. So this enable fallback model means if your chat model fails, the chat model will be adding. If it fails, then enable another chat model. But I'm not going to be enabling another chat model because I believe in OpenAI. But if this is something on a large scale, it's always advisable to enable fallback model because anything can happen, right? So you can use Claude for a fallback model or Llama for a fallback model if you have those accounts. So now require specific output format. So once I click on require specific output format, you will see the output parser has been added here. So we are going to be adding an output parser. So we are going to be adding an output parser and we are going to be clicking on structured output parser, right? And then for the schema type, we are going to be using generate from JSON example. That means we are going to be providing it an example. And I'm going to paste an example here. So the example is, so when it comes to, so you might be wondering what is JSON if you are new. Might be wondering what is a JSON. JSON is just a format on how a data is being displayed or outputted, and it makes it very readable and easy to read. So it has a keyword and it has a value. So I'm going to put a key and the value. So I'm going to just copy the output parser I have here with me, but I'm going to explain it. You can also copy it and paste. So my output parser will be this. So this means that I want it to output it this way. Title. So it's an example. You can put your own example and you can just use this as it is. So I want it to come out in this way. Title, it should come out with the title. Then the rationale, it should come out with the rationale. And then the hook, it should bring out the hook. So this is how I want it to display the result, and that is why I put it like this. If you want it to be displayed in any other way, you can actually include like that. If you want your title to have dash 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 in between, put it as the example you want it to follow. So in my last video when I talk about prompt engineering, I actually mentioned the importance of putting example in your prompt, and this is how it can be used when you are building your AI agent. Now we've added our output parser. And then the next thing we want to add is our chat model. That's how it will generate the topic and the rationale and the hook and actually output it for us. So the chat model we are going to be adding, so click on chat model here and look for OpenAI chat model. So look for OpenAI chat model. So to connect the OpenAI chat model, I'm just going to show you how to connect it. My OpenAI chat model is already connected, so I won't need to connect again. But to connect it, you just need your API key. So how do you get your API key from OpenAI? You have to, of course, you need an OpenAI account, a ChatGPT account, and then once you have an OpenAI account, just go to platform.openai.com. Make sure you are logged in into your account. So once you log into your account, with the search bar, search for API keys, and then click on it. Once you click on API keys, you see the API keys I've actually generated. If you don't have a key yet, make sure to click on create a new secret key, put the name of the key, select a project, mostly default project, and click on generate secret key. But note that before you can generate an API key, you actually need to put in some money, either $1 or $2, to be honest, because so when it comes to OpenAI, for it to run, for you to use the API key, you need money in the account. So if you just go to billing and you'll be able to put in the $10 I've added since God knows how when, it's still $9.46. So the reduction is actually very, very almost insignificant when you use APIs, when you call API every now and then. So just add $1 or $2 to your OpenAI account so that you can use the API key. So once you copy the API key, go back to your n8n and paste the key here. I already have my key. So once you paste the key, it will say connection tested successfully, because it will test if it is. Every other part is not important. So just your API key that is important. Once it is connected, also you are required to choose the OpenAI model that you want, right? For my case, I chose 4.1 mini just to be able to bring out better words. And some people say that ChatGPT 4.0 is better and all of that. So any model that you think is better, just choose it. It's your choice. Right now, we have our chat model and we have our output parser. So how do you know if this works? Just click on execute step. So once you click on execute step, you are going to see the result of the node here. So it's loading. So here we have our result. We have our title, leveraging AI to supercharge daily workflows. We have our rationale, understanding practical AI application, helps professionals streamline tasks, And then we have our hook, most discussion about AI focus on futuristic tech, less ground, So now, since we have added our AI agent, let's rename this AI agent so that we know what it is. Instead of AI agent, let's say topic generator, something like that, because this is the one that generates the topic. Good. So the next thing we want to do is to generate the content. Now that we have the topic, we have the rationale, we have the book, the next thing is to generate the content. Now click on add new node. This case, we are going to be using our basic LLM. This is very similar to the AI agent bit. The only difference is that the AI agent is more flexible and the basic LLM is more predictable. So it still works similarly to an AI agent, and it's more like using LLM to generate your desired output. That's how it is simply. I don't want to go into the technical stuff. So we are going to be using the basic LLM chain to generate our content. We can also use the AI agent to generate the content, like I said, but I want to use the basic LLM chain to generate it because it is more predictable and not flexible. Because if you make it super flexible, AI can hallucinate and go and post what you don't want, right? So that's why personally I prefer the basic LLM chain. So now for the basic LLM chain, like I said, it is similar to the AI agent. First, let's rename it to the content generator or word generator or whatever you want to name it as. Now, how do we source for the prompt? We are going to be defining it below. We are also going to require a specific output format like we did before. And if we want to enable fallback model, like I said, it is important. If it's on a large scale, it's very important to enable a fallback model. But if it's just for yourself, you might not. Let's just trust OpenAI if you'll be using OpenAI for your chat model. So now for the prompt, we want it to generate a content based on the topic we already gave it. We already generated from the previous node, and also the rationale that we already generated from the previous node. So what we're going to do is to give it a prompt. We are going to tell it to act as a content generator, a content strategist. I already have the prompt, so I'm just going to copy and paste it here. When I was talking about prompt engineering, I mentioned the importance of a role when it comes to prompting an AI, and that's what we are going to do here. So we said that you are a LinkedIn content creator and a copywriter. You can even go ahead to add expert copywriter that knows how to, come up with content that impacts people. So you are given the title, this title here. So how did I get this title? So we are given the title. Just drag the title from here and put it in front of it. You are given the title and the rationale. you're also going to drag the rationale and put it in front. Yeah, and also suggested hook. Generate text content for LinkedIn post. Also describe a suitable image for the post. So now we've given it the prompt. This is the prompt. You're a LinkedIn content creator, an expert copywriter that knows how to come up with content that impacts people, or that connects with people emotionally. Let me put it that way. That connects with people emotionally. So you are given the title. The title, we dragged it from the previous node, and also the content. And it suggested generate text content for LinkedIn post and also describe a suitable image for the post. So now we are going to be adding an example output format. If we don't, it's going to just generate everything together. But we are going to add an output parser, which structured output parser. And just like we did in the last node, we are going to give it a title. So now this is the output parser. I want it to come out as post title, put the title, which is of course from this title, then post content, which will come from the rationale, generated from the rationale, and also image description. If you noticed, we told it that it should describe a suitable image for the post. That's the image generation. So that's why in the output parser, I made sure to include image description there. So now let's add our chat model. This case is still be OpenAI. Once your OpenAI is connected, you don't need to connect it again, so it should just be here. So now let us execute this node and see our output. Amazing. So we have our post title. It's already generated a post for us already. So this is the post. In a world where every minute counts, harnessing AI isn't just luxury, it's a necessity. Imagine transforming mundane tasks into automated So that is the post. And now it already gave us an image description. A modern workspace with a laptop displaying AI-powered analytics on So that's our image description. So now with this image description is how we are going to generate image for our LinkedIn post. So now we have our topic generator in check. We have our content generator in check. And then the next thing is to generate the image and also hashtag for our post. If you don't need hashtag, you can skip the hashtag bit and just go straight to image, and then it will post your LinkedIn post. But if you want to generate hashtag for your post, we are going to just follow through with this video. All right. So we wanted to generate an image and also an hashtag for our post, and so that I can post it straight to LinkedIn. So to do that, because we have two routes, we are going to type to generate our image. We are going to do OpenAI node. Yes, there is an OpenAI node. But with this OpenAI, you are going to click on image action, generate an image. So our OpenAI is already connected. Image action, the resource is image because that's what we wanted to generate. And then operation is to generate an image, not to analyze an image. And then the model is DALL-E, that's major ChatGPT model, but you can also put other model that you want. Now we are going to give it a prompt to generate image. Now we have our image description here already, so that is what we are going to use. So just just copy this, open this prompt and paste it, right? So generate an image for a LinkedIn post with the following image description. So you are just going to put the image description beside it here. The image should be realistic for LinkedIn and catchy. You can also say whatever you want it to say. The image should be realistic, it should be human, it should use your picture, whatever you want it to do, tell it to do it. And then once it is done, we can execute step Actually, image generation takes time when it comes to OpenAI. So, so now our image generated. Let's view it. See, image generated with this a modern workspace with a laptop displaying AI-powered analytics and all, and that is what it generates here. So now the next thing we are going to do is to also generate our hashtag. So to do that, we are going to have our AI agent. We are going to have our AI agent, and the source of our prompt will be to define it ourselves. And so you already guess how the prompt will go. We are going to give it a role. You're an SEO expert, generate hashtag for this LinkedIn post and all of those things. So I'm going to copy my prompt already here and I'm going to paste it. So this is the prompt. The prompt is, you are acting as a LinkedIn SEO and audience growth specialist. Your task is to generate hashtags that maximize reach, relevance, and discoverability for the post below. Analyze the content, audience, and current LinkedIn trends to generate this hashtag. So the post details are this: the title of the post and the content. And also generate hashtag in the following structure, written as a single comma separated list. Make sure it is 3 to 5 broad, 3 to 5 niche specific, 1 to 2 trending. And also I gave it a style guide. Only use hashtag relevant to LinkedIn. Don't use hashtag from Instagram or Twitter. Keep them professional, specific, and useful for read. Avoid redundancy. Don't repeat similar hashtag with minor variations. So that is the prompt we are going to be giving our AI agent. And then we are going to require a specific format like we did the last time. We've been requiring an output format just so that it knows how it should output what we need it to output, right? So we are going to also require that. And also we are going to add a chart model. Let's add our chart model first because that's important. And also our output format. So our output format will be the structured output parser and then to be an example. So I'm just going to copy the format here. It's similar to the previous format, but this time we are going to be adding the hashtags. But this time we are going to be adding the hashtag. So this is just an example. It can be hashtag grace, hashtag tech, right? So it's just an example. So what you want to do is to come up with the post title, the post content, and also the image description, and then hashtag. This is how we want it to output the result. So let's run it and see how it comes out. So we are supposed to have it as post title, post content, amazing. Image description, still amazing. Then these are the hashtags: AI, business, productivity, and all that. As you can see, there's no grace in the hashtags. So that output parser is just to give it an example of how the output should come out, right? Amazing. So now we have our image generated and we have our hashtag generated. And what we want to do is to match these two results. And from our AI agent hashtag, it's not just outputting the hashtag, it's also outputting the post and the image description and the post title and everything like that. So we are going to merge the two together, like connect the two. As you can see, we can't connect the two like this, but to connect the two, we are going to be needing a merger, right? We're going to need a merger. So with this merger, we're going to combine them, and also so we are going to be combining the two outputs. That's the image that is generated and also the hashtag, which is inclusive of the content and all. And then that's why we are putting combine. So if we want to append it, it's more like the output item of each input one after the other. Or if you want to combine it, we match the matching items together. It's almost the same thing. So I'm just going to combine. And then I'm going to position combine items based on their order. So the first order will be the image and the second will be the content. And then if we run it, we are going to see the image and the content both matched. I'm not matched the two. Let me stop it. So now this is my merger. This is input one, and then I'm just going to link this to the input two. So once I've linked that, I'm going to execute this step so that I can see the two here. So now we have everything combined. We have our file name, which is the PNG file, which is the image. This is the first item. And then the second item or the second input is this one here, output, the title, the post content, the image description, and everything. And the last step for this AI agent, as you have been following, we added a trigger, we generated the topic, generated the content, and then we told it to generate image based on the image description and also generate hashtag based on the image description, based on the title post and the content of the post. And then we match the two outputs of these two into one with a merger. And then we are now going to output everything here. We're going to output everything here in our LinkedIn. So that means we wanted to post the content, post the image, and have our post on LinkedIn, right? So now LinkedIn, to have everything that we have here, which is the final destination, is to have it on LinkedIn. So I'm going to search for the LinkedIn node, create a post. That's what we want to do, create a post. Now, to connect your LinkedIn, you are going to click on this. If I reconnect now, so it's going to tell you. So once you click on the LinkedIn node, it's going to tell you to connect your account. Once you click on that, it will take you to the LinkedIn bit here. So you're going to input your password and then you're going to sign in. Once you sign in, it says connection successful. That means you've connected, right? If you want to run this agent for your organization on LinkedIn, you're going to click on organization support. And also when you are using this side, you are going to post as an organization. But in this case, we are posting as a person. So the resource is to post. The obsession is to create. We are posting as a person, not an organization. Then you're going to click on the person or name ID, which is my name because it's my account that I connected. So now the text is the text we already got from here. So you're just going to drag it and put here. And also the media category, which is our what's it called now? Image. So we are just going to choose image. And then what is the input of this media category? What's the input? It is data. So that's the file name, data. So that's why data is here. If the file name is something different, put something different. But in this case, the file name is data. So now if I execute this step, it's supposed to post the content in a world where every minute counts. So now it has executed successfully. Let me check my LinkedIn and see if it's already posted. Amazing. See, in a world where every minute counts, harnessing AI isn't luxury, is a necessity. Imagine transforming mundane tasks and a lot of dots. So now we already saw how it brought it out. But I really don't like the fact that it's put everything together. Everything is jam-packed. So in that case, we just need to, for our content generator output parser, we just need to, make sure that we had like new line so that it knows that it's supposed to have new lines at different points when it's completed. So let me add new line here. New line. Just so that, And we will also put it in our prompt to make sure it comes out in paragraphs so that it's not too jam-packed together. All right. So let me execute this and see it again. Right, so there's new lines here. So let me see how it looks like here. So new line. So let me execute this node again. So we'll see how it is on our LinkedIn. So now I should see the new post on my LinkedIn now. Yeah, so now it added some breaks in between it, right? So that will be the end of our AI agent build. We've successfully built a LinkedIn content AI agent. So for someone like me that likes to review whatever AI gives me before it goes live to public, if you don't want it to go straight to your LinkedIn profile, you can replace this LinkedIn with Google Sheets. So with Google Sheets, you just need to use Google Sheets and connect your Google Sheets. So the action you are going to take is to update a row in a sheet or create it. So create a sheet. So let's say you have an empty sheet, create a sheet. You will need to connect your Google Sheet and then create and then click on the list from your Google Sheet, right? So once you click on the document list, it's going to bring out your table and then you are going to just map everything from the data. So if on your Google Sheet you have the column, post title, post content, and the image, which is this file here. The image will also be there so that you can post it yourself, review whatever is being generated, and post it yourself. But for the sake of this tutorial, we are going to post straight to LinkedIn. I hope you've been able to learn one or two things, and also you are proud that you built your first ever AI agent. And if it's not your first, I hope you are proud that you've been able to build a LinkedIn content agent that can help you to post on LinkedIn every single day as you want, so that you don't need to think about, oh, what am I posting on LinkedIn today or something like that. And also, if you want to post different things every day, every single day, you can just repeat this process and give it different topic every day. For Monday, give it for Tuesday, give it. So that means for each trigger, it should be weekly instead of daily, right? So yeah, please share this video with who you think might need this, or whoever want to learn how to build AI agent or even LinkedIn content generation for themselves without having to go through the hassle of asking ChatGPT, oh, I want to post this, what can I post tomorrow? All of those things. This will definitely help you. Again, please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share this video, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment. Let me know in the comments what's your feedback about this video, and I'll be in the comments to check. So thank you so much for watching, and see you in my next video.